Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you're tuning in from. My name is Michael Nistico here returning for Game 2 of the weekend between the University of Buffalo Bulls and Rutgers University Scarlet Knights. It was a big game last night. Both of these teams still battling it out for first place. Buffalo was victorious last night in a 7-6 overtime victory as they win the opening draw here this afternoon in New Jersey. So physicality already picking up as Butchko was on the receiving end of a hit there from Jedlicka. We saw a lot of that physicality yesterday. I don't expect that to go away here this afternoon from both teams. We'll give you some recaps on last night's game as the game goes along, but it's Buffalo right now pushing forward. Not a lot of help, but Jedlicka was able to join the rush, went crash into the net. Butchko on defense for Rutgers, trying to clear it out. Off the boards, but still with Buffalo as Sakalowski took the puck up. He had a busy game yesterday. Backhand shot was saved by Michael Labuti, who's in net defending the crease tonight or this afternoon for Rutgers. In net on the other end is Gavin Kreitzer, who got the start yesterday but allowed 4 goals in the first, and he was pulled after the first period as Labuti gets a easy save there right into the midsection and will cover up. Only one lineup change on the Rutgers end. The captain is out. Captain Harrison Albrecht dealing with an upper body injury. We obviously hope he's okay. Tried to stick it out yesterday, but I spoke with him before the game, and he said, I felt like I was just hurting the team a little bit more than I was helping. So as a good captain does, he recognizes that and decided to take some time to heal. So we wish Albrecht a speedy recovery so we can see him back out there soon. As we got 2-on-1 behind the net of Labuti as the second man for Rutgers comes in to help out. They come up with it, and Nissan Garachi sends one off the glass. It's a chance the other way. Walknachter into the slot shot, and that one is a save by Kreitzer. Both teams last night had extremely aggressive forechecks, and that was really the story of the game. The first period, Rutgers won that. They were up 4-1 after the first. The second period was all Buffalo. A lot of penalties taken from Rutgers, leading to 3 unanswered in the second period. So Buffalo was able to tie it up at 4 apiece as there's a big hit right at the blue line. Buffalo slowing things down. The first half of that third period last night was all Bulls. They had a 6-4 lead. So that was 5 unanswered goals from the Bulls. But Rutgers did fight back to tie things up, and unfortunately for them, they lost that in overtime as Doc spilt out as his skate was actually on top of the puck. Bulls keep it down low. Big battle behind the net. We saw a lot of battles in the corners last night as well. I don't expect much to change from yesterday's game. Of course, Rutgers is hoping for a different outcome, of course, as this chance in front, and then it was into the slot, and then a one-time attempt. Not sure, it didn't get all of it. No stick malfunction or broken there for Blake Belt at the blue line. Just didn't get all of that rolling puck. Chance the other way, potentially for Rutgers. On the forehand, being hooked, but play continues, and he takes a hit. At the end of that was Turner. Big chance in front, but Kreitzer makes the save. Butchko's trying to slow things down. He's with Haynes. Haynes moves it forward. Brings it across. His shot was deflected into the netting, out of play for a whistle. Haynes had the opening goal last night on the power play for Rutgers. Face-off will be to the right of Kreitzer as the Bulls win it. Send it around the net. And they move forward. Odd man rush, what a good play there from Butchko. He takes a late hit, and there's a penalty. It is an interference call against Buffalo. It's Dovgin who will go to the box after the late hit against Butchko. So we'll see the power play early on. So this is a very similar to last night's game, early power play for the Scarlet Knights. Draw one clean by the Rutgers power play as they go to work. Reagan at the top, quarterback in the power play at the circle, trying to get a cross crease pass. It went through, but good defense on the PK from Buffalo to clear that puck away from the crease of Kreitzer. Reagan long pass and an icing call as Rutgers was able to get a stick on that. It was Turner who was hanging out at the blue line, just missed a pass from Reagan, so the faceoff will come all the way down with 1:37 to go still on the Rutgers opening power play. Draw one by the Rutgers power play in their own defensive zone, so they have a long way to go to get this to where they want to get to work, and they do so quickly as the shot goes whizzing through the crease. Reagan keeps the puck in, plays catch with Haynes. Back to Reagan, nice move into the slot, down low for Haynes. His shot into the midsection, covered up by Kreitzer. Tie up on the draw, Rutgers come in to get it, big hit. The play is continuing as that shot was a high riser. I believe that was Fitzgibbon who got under that puck just a little bit for Rutgers. Buffalo in a change halfway through their penalty kill as Reagan gets some steam into the slot. Tried to get to his backhand, but it was poked away. Still bouncing around in a lot of traffic in the feet. And Buffalo comes out with it and sends it out, and they're pushing forward. 2-on-1 opportunity for the Bulls, shorthanded in front, and they try to pass it back. And now a chance potentially for Rutgers the opposite way. As we got a penalty behind the play again against Buffalo. Another interference call, so we're gonna have 31 seconds of 4-on-4. Bulls win the draw. That was Ryan Peterson, who had 2 goals in last night's game, one being on the penalty kill, shorthanded. He had back-to-back goals, number 5 and 6, which were in the third period to give the Bulls the lead. Isan Garachi, with his strong speed, he actually took a slash and the stick was broken from the Bulls, so they were 5-on-3 and a broken stick, but they go for a change now. That was Ryan Steckel who had the broken stick. One is out, so 1:20 to go on a regular power play for Rutgers. Hit behind there. The net was Kada. He's tangled up behind the play. Kada's still pinned down, and Rutgers are off sides as Kada's in a bit of a headlock in a wrestling match at the goal line. Opportunity to get that broken stick off the ice now. Faceoff comes out of the zone after the offside. 1:10 remaining on the power play. The second interference call. Bulls killed off the first one. As Turner lost the draw to the Bulls, and the PK clears it all the way down. Haynes takes the red line and a hit, and he dumps the puck in. Kreitzer wasn't confident with playing the puck there, but fortunately for him, he had some help, and it ended up going into the netting out of play as the Bulls looked a little discombobulated on the PK for a second or two. Draw stays in the zone to the left of Kreitzer. Rutgers win it. Fitzgibbon to the top of the circle, down low at the goal line. Back to Fitzgibbon for Reagan at the point. Try to get a redirection on a pass that was wide. Fitzgibbon gets down low. He's pinned behind by Sakalowski and then cleared out as we have another penalty. A tripping call. I believe this one is against Rutgers, so it's Turner who will go to the box. So we'll have 4-on-4 hockey for 27 seconds and then a minute and 33-second power play for the Bulls. You know, we weren't sure what kind of officiating we were going to get here this afternoon after last night's game where it went back and forth between nothing called and everything called and one-sided calls on both sides. So it seems like the officials are trying to get this game and keep this under control early on. And they're letting the guys know, hey, we're going to be calling a lot, so keep it clean. And you like to see it. You like to see that. You don't want anybody to get hurt with frustration with officials and how the play turns out. So 10 seconds left on 4-on-4. Rutgers struggling to get it out of their own zone. Nissan Garachi behind his own net. He lost the puck. Bulls try to move forward. It's now a power play for the Bulls, but Rutgers have the puck as they bring it in. Tripped up was Kada. Battle in the corner. Bulls come up with it, but still being harassed by Rutgers PK. Sek was in there with Kada, and they both go for it. Forward change on the PK. Bulls brought it in, but lost it quickly to Reagan, who stole the puck away, and then sent it over to Nissan Garachi, who cleared it all the way down. Too hard of a pass for Doc as he lost it, but he's pressuring Reagan as he clears. Excuse me, that's Haynes who cleared the puck all the way down for the Rutgers PK. Correction again, I was right the first time, it was Reagan. Good hit there by Gorman. Reagan scoops up the loose puck. He's double teamed behind the net as he takes a high hit, but saw it coming. He got his hands up, and it looks like they're going to call both of them. As you may hear, the officials not too happy with the call, but as I just mentioned, that they wanted to try and get this game under control and prevent. There was a big scrum in last night's game, so their officials are trying to get this under control, keep it under control. So we'll see how that goes. We're not even halfway through this first period, and we've had plenty of penalties to go around. So it'll stay a 27-second power play for the Bulls. So both guys will go for 2 and a whistle, coincidental minors, on the hit behind the play. Tie up on the draw. Rutgers come up with it. Butchko hard around the boards, off the stick of Griffin, and Hilliard gets some steam. He tries to protect on his backhand. He's tangled up, still fighting for it, but the Bulls come up with it as Hilliard was taken down. Bulls try to get some steam with 10 seconds left on their power play. Out wide, cross ice pass, and it was not kept in. It was offside. They have to touch up. Still with the Bulls, that is now even strength. So good, strong penalty kill from both teams here early on. Bulls take the blue line and clear as their defense goes for a change. Forwards stay out. That was off the boards, but it was too hard. It will be an icing against Rutgers. good pace to this one here early on. Back and forth from both teams. Both teams showing a lot of speed. Good fun pace to this. Draw one by the Scarlet Knights, but Butchko is being pressured into his own corner. Off the skate and still in play, kept in at the blue line by the Bulls. Bulls pin it deep. Butchko gets the loose puck, tries to clear again off the glass. This time it does come out. And still with Rutgers, as Sek will clear it in on net from the red line. And now the Rutgers forecheck tries to go and force a turnover, but they can't do so just yet. Halfway gone through the first period, shots are 6-4 in favor of Rutgers. Bulls having a hard time getting into the offensive zone. It's a good neutral zone trap that we're seeing thus far from Rutgers, forcing Buffalo to just dump and chase, but the Knights have been the first ones to get there. Long outlet pass, trying to get it all the way through the neutral zone as Walknachter was hanging out at the opposing blue line. Bulls once again dump the puck in. Going in for it, into the corner. Bedard, Jason Bedard is in for the injured captain, Albrecht, number 6 in red. Just his 5th game this year. Labuti comes out to stop it for Bedard as he sends it all the way around and out. Reichel dumps the puck in. He was not in yesterday, so one change there I see from Buffalo. Kada brings the puck in. His shot was blocked by Sokolowski off of Buffalo, so that is good for Rutgers to try and touch that as Haynes was still deep in the play. Rutgers have the puck and slow things down as Butchko retreats to his own D zone. Chipped in by Fitzgibbon, no icing. Bulls being pressured. They flip one into the netting, out of play. Faceoff will stay deep in the offensive zone for Rutgers with 8:01 remaining here in the opening period of play. We're trying to get the audio fixed here in the arena. Didn't have any warm-up music. We unfortunately skipped the national anthem. I was ready to start singing, but they didn't call me, which is probably a good thing. Bulls struggling to get out as Reagan was pinching in on the play, as he often does from the blue line, and forced a turnover. Rutgers moving forward. There's a guy who's down for a bit in the Bulls D zone. We're getting another penalty. Looks like Hilliard will go to the box as he was tangled up with Peterson. You know, Peterson was holding his stick. Hilliard not happy about the call. It's a tripping call against Hilliard. He is not happy in the box. So another power play for the Bulls with 7:36 remaining in this first period. Shots are still 6-4. It's been a while since either team has had a shot as the Bulls power play win the draw and try to go to work. We saw a couple different looks of the power play yesterday or last night for the Bulls. Their first goal came on their first opportunity of their power play. Was similar to this. A lot of passing. Labuti with a good save off the pad and dives on top of it to control the rebound. Something I noticed Michael Labuti working on during warm-ups was that rebound control, so that practice pays off here on the PK, and the goaltender's always got to be your best penalty killer. Bulls win the draw as we have music back in the arena, which is great to hear. Bulls slowing it down, now down to the goal line, back to the hash marks, out to the point. Fake shot over to the top of the circle, one-time goal! It's a power play goal for Gavin Dock and the Bulls are up 1-0. Bulls win the draw after the power play goal from Doc. Get to the red line, they bring it in now. Try to get one into the slot, but it was kept in. Shot goes wide. Labouti had a hard time with that as it took a lively bounce off those end boards. But now it's out. Walknachter doesn't have much help. He has to try and go wide. Had it poked away by Sakalowski. Bulls move forward. Couldn't get one through. That was Leahy who brought it in, number 81 in white. Bulls trying to slow it down. It shot off the glove of Labouti. It was still behind the net. Out to the point, but they couldn't connect on the pass out to the point. It was just out of the reach. Rutgers intercept. That was Reagan. The good stick in the lane. Cato with another good stick as well as he sliced it into the D zone, but Rutgers unable to come up with possession of this puck. Doing a good job swiping it away, but having a hard time corralling it and keeping that possession. Nissan Garachi has a good backhand pass up for Turner, who was calling for it. Tried to connect with Cato, who was crashing the net and couldn't do so. Good pinch from Gorman, putting the pressure on as the defenseman joins the rush. Turner's covering for him. Behind the net, Gorman passed it in front and a log jam in front. Cato's involved and things will get split up rather quickly as two of the officials came in to stop any potential scrum. Bulls win the draw, hard all the way around the boards as they clear. Bouncing puck, 2-on-2 now for the Bulls. Off the skate of Butchko, backhands it out, but to the Bulls who try to regroup in the neutral zone, but being pressured there by Walknachter. Labouti tried to put a glove on the clearing attempt, but he couldn't get his glove on that. Butchko has it behind his net. And now it's the strong forecheck from the Bulls that we're seeing. Off the boards, just out of the reach of Walknachter, but he negates an icing with his hustle. Couldn't get the puck, but still able to cancel out an icing call against Rutgers. Strong play from Reagan. Reagan has a chance on the breakaway. He shoots wide. He stays in the play. He was first to get it, still with Rutgers as Kreitzer had to make a save. It went to the corner and all the way to the point. Nissan Garachi was being pressured there, but had the wherewithal to get the puck deep. Comes out to Nissan Garachi again. His shot is blocked. Good flip pass, a great high stick play from Nissan Garachi. Played with a high stick, but you prevent a breakaway with a play like that. So well done there by Nissan Garachi. Under 4 minutes to go here in the opening stanza. Bulls in the lead 1-0, as well as 7-6 in the shot department as well. They win this draw, getting the puck deep. There's Griffin, number 20, behind the play. Down low for Peterson, who had 2 last night. Broken stick was from the Bulls. We have a delayed penalty against Rutgers. Bulls still pushing. It's on the outside of the cage as the official lost sight of it, said my bad, and blew the whistle a little early, but he is saying my bad, he lost the puck. He thought it was on the outside of the cage. But it is a penalty against Rutgers. Now the officials are huddled up over at the Buffalo bench. Nobody's gone to the box. Interested to see what comes of this. Marshulo trying to get an explanation, as well as Garrett Cada for each side. So Kreitzer went to the bench because the official had his arm up for a penalty. Buffalo still had the puck when the whistle was blown. It looked like the official lost sight of the puck, but nobody's in the box. So it's still 5-on-5. Not sure what the explanation is there, but nevertheless, no penalty. Bulls win the draw and go back to work. Off the stick of Cada, he corrals, flips it out. Here comes Turner. Shot low off the paddle of the stick of Kreitzer, had to make a save. Turner stays aggressive against the boards as we got another penalty, this time for real. This one will be against Buffalo as Labuti gets to the net. Haynes fakes a shot, tried to get one to Cada in the slot, but touched up by Buffalo, and Rutgers will go to a power play with exactly 3 minutes to go in the first. It looked like it was a cross check. Oh, it looks like it's both. Griffin, oh no, Cada fooled me. He went to the bench. So it's a cross check against Griffin. Power play for Rutgers. Rutgers win the draw. Reagan at the top. His shot was blocked, goes into the corner. Fitzgibbon has it. Now it's Haynes. Brings it to the goal line. Now behind the net. Haynes slowing it down. Out for Fitzgibbon. Rutgers not having any shot lane opportunities, but just passing the puck, keeping that possession, looking for something to open up. Reagan at the top of the circle for Fitzgibbon now at the point. They're inching their way closer as the shot goes wide, high and wide, and comes out of play. Fitzgibbon had to hustle to get that puck back with Rutgers. Tries to get another head of steam and bring the puck in. He does so, dropped it off for Haynes, who was pressured by Peterson. Flipped out, Reagan puts a glove on it, stops it at the red line, and waits for his mates to touch up. 53 seconds left on the power play for the Knights. Reagan gets some speed. Friendly fire as he crashes into Peterson. Or excuse me, that was Fitzgibbon. As Rutgers goes for a change with now 30 seconds left on their power play. As Butchko brings it forward. Takes the red line. Tried to flip it past, but couldn't do so. Good stick from Derenja as he brings the puck in. His shot low off the paddle of Labuti. Chance for Rutgers the other way. Good strong back check from the Bulls. Butchko has it. Sends it across for Nissan Garachi, whose shot was low, paddled away by Kreitzer. Now out to the top of the circle. Back to 5-on-5 and 1 minute left in the first period. Still with Rutgers as there's a slash penalty here against Butchko as he broke his own stick. So not a smart play. Under a minute to play as Ryan Butchko not only be in the box, but he lost his lumber as well. Rutgers wins the draw. Reagan behind the net. fake to go off the boards and just went right up the middle. Great play. Kreitzer has to come out as Nissan Garachi, or excuse me, that was Turner, who was coming in strong. 35 to go in the first as that pass in front went wide. Hilliard has it. He makes a nice move to beat his man. Trying to move forward as he was tangled up. He was looking for a call, but to no avail. Play continues with 25 ticks left on the clock. Turner takes a hit, gets his stick up high, but play continues there. As Doc was looking for a call, and there will be a call. As the officials are pointing at Hilliard, telling Buffalo to calm down, that they got it because they were screaming for the call. 13 seconds left in the first, and 1:20 of a 5-on-3 power play now for the Bulls as Hilliard will go to the box, once again showing his frustration in the box. Bulls win the draw, only 10 seconds left in the period. A redirection chance was sent into the corner. Just 5 seconds now. Reagan has the puck in his feet, gets to the red line, trying to get a last second chance, can't do so. That'll do it for the first period of play. Reagan behind the play was trying to have a word with the official as he was trying to claim he was being hooked on the play. Nevertheless, Rutgers are going to have their work cut out for them to start the second period. They're down by 1, and they'll have 1 minute and 6 seconds to kill on a 5-on-3 penalty kill. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the second period of play between Buffalo and Rutgers. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A few seconds away here from the second period of play between Rutgers University's Scarlet Knights and the University of Buffalo Bulls. It is 1-0 Bulls, and Rutgers also have a steep hill to climb here early in this second period, not only down by one, but they're going to be shorthanded, a 5-on-3 to start this second period for most a minute and 6 seconds. And then there will be 40 seconds remaining for a regular power play. So very tense for Rutgers right now to start this second period. Shots were 8-7 at the end of the first period as we are underway with Rutgers winning the draw as Haynes will clear that down. So that's exactly what you look for to start the second period if you're Rutgers trying to kill a 5-on-3 penalty kill. Bulls have the fresh sheet of ice. They bring it out wide. They have it down low. Around the net, then out to the point. That was Doc who has the lone goal, who was also on the power play in the first period for the Bulls. Shot off the big pads of Labuti, but the rebound comes all the way out to the point for Doc. Down low is Dorenja, sent one across, and they score! Bouncing puck, Reagan tried to block the passing lane, but it gets into the slot, and the Bulls capitalize with another power play goal. This one is Caleb Leahy, and it's 2-0 Bulls. Going to take another look at this one as this puck was bouncing around after it gets to the point. And just bouncing around, you see Reagan trying to block the pass lane, but it gets through. And it's 2-0 as the Bulls still on the power play for 45 seconds, but a good clear there from Nissan Garachi. And Turner putting on some pressure, and it's in the skates of Kreitzer. He lost it. Wraparound opportunity and denied, and the net comes off its moorings. Kreitzer had a tough time handling that puck behind his own net. Fitzgibbon against Dovgin, tie up on the draw. Rutgers comes out with it, shot into the midsection. Shot coming from Sek right on to the logo of Kreitzer to make the save. Two shorthanded chances back to back for Rutgers. This time the Bulls win the draw, trying to slow it down behind their net as Sakalowski tries to set things up with 20 seconds left on their power play. Sakalowski backhands it up to the blue line. 10 seconds on their power play. Sakalowski to the circle. His shot into the midsection and covered up by Labuti. 5 seconds left to kill of the penalty kill for Rutgers. Bulls win the draw. Hear the clapping of the stick. We are back to 5-on-5. So it's 2 power play goals here this afternoon for the Bulls to have their 2-0 lead over Rutgers. As we're 2 minutes into this middle period. Pinned behind, 2 guys each fighting for the puck. Haynes came out with it for a moment, but then lost it. Haynes in his feet, comes out with it. He moves forward with some steam. He sends it to Keita. His shot into the midsection right on the number of Kreitzer. Tie up on the draw. Sek comes in to help out. Comes up with it for Rutgers. Out to the point. That was Nissan Garachi's. Wrist one into the slot area. It was blocked in traffic. It's pinned down against the boards. Another big boards battle and a penalty against Buffalo. Rutgers has a man down, but I think he was just waiting for some movement. He seems to be okay. That was Walknachter. So we'll see a power play now for Rutgers. We haven't seen a whole lot of 5-on-5 in this game early here in the second period. A lot of that first period was spent on the power play for both teams, and it seems like the second period is going to be no different. Bulls win the draw and quickly clear that all the way down as Labouty comes out to stop it and dishes it off to Reagan. Armstrong, it was the guilty party against the Bulls. Bulls clear only to the line, whereas Reagan was able to keep it in, but only for a moment as it was sent out to the red line. Reagan sends a backhand pass to Haynes and then cleared all the way down. Labouty again comes out to stop it for Reagan. Rutgers power play struggling to get into the offensive zone and set anything up. Good pass for Fitzgibbon. He dishes it off. Shot low. Good rebound chance there, but denied and then cleared out by the Bulls PK. Good play there from Dorenja. Halfway through the power play for Rutgers. Reagan makes a couple of nice moves as he brings it in, sends it hard all the way around the boards. Askin was there but missed it, and it's flipped into the defensive zone for Rutgers. Labouty puts a glove on it and he'll cover it up after the shot came in from Ryan Alexander. Alexander was not in the lineup yesterday, but he's in here today. Rutgers win the draw. 35 seconds left on their power play. Good speed here from Haynes. He brings it in. Good pass. Shot went high and wide. That shot from Askin went right over the crossbar as he looked to the heavens after the shot. But it's still in their zone. Rutgers power play trying to push it against the boards. Bulls come up with it and they clear. Just 10 more seconds on the kill for Buffalo. We'll see if Rutgers can generate another chance, but they're seeming to slow things down and just wait for 5-on-5 hockey in 2 seconds, and now we are even. Good move here for Rutgers. Kada just out of his reach as Askin took a hit on the play. Still in, a shot off the blocker in the glass. Good save from Kreitzer as that was a high rising shot to his right. Big hit behind the play. Hit from behind as there's going to be a penalty here against Buffalo. Vespland is going to go to the box as he has a word to say with the official. Or excuse me, that is Belt. Going to get another look at this hit here. This comes all the way down. Good hustle, but Belt comes in and belts his guy from behind, and that is a penalty for sure. So another power play opportunity for Rutgers. One of these has to go in. Eventually, you have to think for Coach Joe Dixon and the Rutgers power play. Giving all these opportunities, Lightning has to strike eventually as they win the draw, and Reagan had it bounce off his stick as he tried to pass it down low for Haynes, but he couldn't get all the pass, and it was cleared out by Peterson. Haynes at the red line, dumps it in all the way around, swinging it around the boards. Bulls come up with it first and clear, but a great play there from Reagan as it came out into the neutral zone. Big slap shot, didn't get all of it actually, was Leahy as he was winding up for a big slap shot, but it might have rolled on him perhaps. He's one of the 2 goal scorers. He scored the second power play goal for the Bulls. Good move from Reagan. Stolen away. Haynes keeps the clear attempt in as he gets it down low at the goal line to his backhand, around for Reagan. Reagan down low for Haynes. Bounces off of his skate. And stays in the zone. It looks like it hit the netting. 1:04 left on the power play for Rutgers, as they're down by 2 on the scoreboard. Tie up on the draw, and the Bulls come up with it as it's kept in at the blue line. Good sauce pass for Nissan Garachi. Back over for Reagan. His shot was blocked. He has to hustle back. He's being pressured. Strong pressure there from Armstrong. Bulls come up with it again and clear. Reagan stops it at the red line, but has to wait for his guys to touch up. Still with 35 seconds to work on their power play. Off the skate, can't corral it, and it's cleared out. But looks like might have had a penalty there. I'm not sure. Looked like they were pointing at the guy. No, they were pointing at the dot of where the faceoff is going to be. Draw 1 and 2 cleanly by Rutgers as it goes all the way down. Slowing things down, only 15 seconds on their power play opportunity as the pass for Keita was intercepted and sent back to where it came from. Bulls go for a change as it looks like they're going to successfully kill off another penalty as this one's chipped in. Askin goes in for it. Borman kept it in. His wrist shot went wide at the blue line. We're back to 5-on-5 for the moment. Bulls were offside, but I guess not. Rutgers brought the puck back in. Bulls bring it into the slot. Shot that goes wide of the net of Labuti, but it's not out of danger yet. But now Michael Labuti will put a glove on that to stop the momentum of the Bulls. Little bit of a yard sale play there off the attempted face-off, but Bulls win the draw and then send it down low. Go in on the pressure. Much different looking period here early on. I think the message from the officials is getting through to both benches. Very different from last night's game for sure, as Reagan brings this in on a nice move. Makes a second nice move in the corner. He's pressured, and he loses the puck. And it looks like we're going to have another penalty. We cannot play 5-on-5 at all. Rutgers will go to the box and interference call. The chippiness, as I was saying, and physicality is simmered down for the time being. Again, I think the officials certainly calling a lot more penalties here this afternoon than last night, as it's the interference call against Rutgers. It's Chang who will sit in the box for 2. Draw 1 by Rutgers PK. Nissan Garachi tried to slap one out but couldn't do so. It's kept in at the blue line by the power play of the Bulls. Slowing things down. Peterson down to the goal line. Tried to get one in the slot, but it was chipped. Durenja keeps it in. Over to the circle, back to Durenja at the top of the point. He tight ropes the blue line, then brings it to the circle. Tries to get a redirection chance for Marshulo, but he tipped it too high. But it's still with the Bulls. At the circle, but it was poked away. Good play on the PK from Nissan Garachi to poke it away. Bulls have to regroup in the neutral zone. They do so quickly. They bring this puck in. Into the slot. Shot! Saved by Labuti, but it's still loose. Bulls come up with it and bring it all the way out to their point. Bulls are starting to buzz. They already have 2 power play goals this afternoon. They're looking for a third to extend their lead, but Labuti says no, as he will cover that up exactly halfway through the penalty kill. Bulls win the far side draw and continue to work on their power play. It's in the slot and then down low at the goal line to the point. D to D for Sakalowski. He risked one through traffic, gets through, and Labuti made a save. 2 and a third. Not out of trouble yet. The puck is still loose on the side of the cage. Came out to the point but couldn't handle it was Williams, and it's a chance shorthanded for Reagan. He flips one, and it's off the glove and onto the top of the net. Connor Reagan looks to the heavens on a golden opportunity shorthanded. As you can hear the crowd's groans as that was a beautiful play from Connor Reagan. Take another look at this. This is the aftermath of where that puck ended up as it was on the top of the net. Bulls win the draw. 25 seconds still on their power play. Strong forecheck on the PK this time from Turner. Keeping the Bulls pinned deep. Still 10 seconds to kill for Rutgers. Sakalowski sends it into the near corner. 5 seconds left on the PK, out to the point, redirection, and it was a save by Labuti. One last clear, right out of the box, and off the bench. That was a chance for Walknachter as Chang went to the bench. Walknachter came right off the bench and almost had a chance there as Labuti has to make another save. Rutgers steal the puck away. Shot goes wide from Smargan. Shot off the side of the cage from Walknachter. Tangle up at the circle. Loose puck was scooped up by Sek. Had it poked away by Griffin. Bedard tried to join the play, but now it's a rush the other way for the Bulls, as it's only 1 for the Bulls as they were gassed on the period of the long change. They had to go for a change as this puck is flipped in by Sek. Haynes gets there, but also in the middle of a change, no one was there for the Haynes pass in the slot. Bedard keeps his man out wide, a pad save by Labuti, and a whistle. The net moved. The official went over at the net. I guess the net might have popped a little loose there. 9:04 remaining in the second. Rutgers still trail by 2. The 2 power play goals from Doc and Leahy in the first period for the Bulls. A shot through traffic was blocked. Rutgers tried to push out. They have some numbers, but strong back checker from the Bulls will even that up as Sek's pass went through the crease. Bulls come up with it. It's Dorenja. Just sends it back behind his net, but the forecheck from Rutgers are trying to get something going and get some momentum back on their side. Good play there defensively. Chance for Rutgers now the other way. It's Askin bringing it in, waits for help. Poked away, but off the drop pass for Rubenstein. Rubenstein, good back check, poked it away. Nissan Garachi helps out, sent it into the corner, but no one was there for Rutgers as the pass for the Bulls out to the point goes off the stick of Blake Belt. Bulls bring it in. Protecting onto his strong side was Dovgin. Tried to throw one into the crease. Couldn't connect. Rutgers try to push forward as Kada goes into the corner. He tries to protect. The official in his way for a moment. Reagan winds up. didn't get all of the slap shot. It was also blocked by Sakalowski. Wrist shot this time, pinballing around. It's loose off the side of the cage. And haven't heard a whistle, and now we do as Kreitzer puts a glove on top of that. Shot totals are much lower than last night. It's 14-11 still in favor of Buffalo. Puck went right up into the air on the draw. Rutgers comes up with it as the shot from Keita was blocked. Bedard backhand one right to Keita. Good play at the blue line. Shot off the paddle and a big rebound chance, but no one was there for Rutgers, but they stay strong on the forecheck for a moment to try and steal that away, but the Bulls ultimately came out with it to the neutral zone and dumped the puck in. Bedard behind the net sends one out. No ice as that was chipped and too short. Case putting on pressure. Bouncing puck. Turner was coming in hot to try and get that puck. It's pinned deep. Chance in front for Chang, and what a shot and a big save. It's still up in the air. It stays in play. That chance, was, oh no, that was Chang on there, 27 or 37. Both on the ice, getting me confused. Here we go, it's Amezquita's shot into the glove and covered up for a whistle as Chang is taken out behind the play at the blue line, looks for something. As Reagan gives Chang some credit on the nice chance there, and so does Andre Amezquita, giving Chang some love for that chance. It's what you like to see. Bulls win the draw, 6.5 to go in the middle period. They send it around and it's out into the neutral zone. Good play from Haynes to poke it away. He does it again as that shot was poked wide. Lochnachter sends it out for Haynes. Now Smargan on the backhand. He has to protect. He's taken down from behind. Play continues. Sent around to the near corner. Sek has it. Gets it down low. Out to the point. Wrist shot through traffic. It was a deflection in the slot, but it went wide. Another big hit behind the play, and it's sent out by the Bulls as they try to move forward the other way, but couldn't do so as Jedlicka was on the prowl. Lochnachter takes a big hit, but still had the wherewithal to poke that puck out. Rutgers have some tired guys out there, unable to change. The period of the long change was definitely a factor in last night's game as the shot from the point by Sakalowski gets through and covered up by Labudi for a much-needed whistle for the Scarlet Knights. Knights were buzzing there for quite a few minutes there. Shots are now only within one. 15-14 Bulls. Rutgers still down by 2 from the 2 power play goals in the first. Rutgers win the draw, send it all the way down. They couldn't connect, and it'll be an icing against them, and we'll do it all over again. Rutgers won the draw. Nissan Garachi's backhand was sent around for Askin, but he's still being pressured. Now it's Nissan Garachi being pinned to the corner. Bulls are strong on their forecheck yet again. Askin comes up with the loose puck. He brings it in, stays on side. He takes a hit, tried to pass one into the slot. Couldn't do so as he was looking for Weiner. Sliced but not out as it was kept in at the blue line by the Bulls. That was Gavin Dock who opened the scoring this afternoon with his power play goal in the first. Rutgers are having a hard time getting out of their zone. It takes a hit there. That was Askin who took A rough hit there. So he's a little slow to get to the bench. He seems to be okay. The shot off the pad of Labudi still in play. It's a pin in the corner. Try to get it out to the point, but it was intercepted by Rutgers. As Turner had it, tried to just dump it in, but he took a hit and he whiffed on the clear attempt. That clear attempt was stolen by Fitzgibbon. Had to touch up was Turner. Cada has it, sent it back where it came from. Trying to stay aggressive on the forecheck. They do so. It's coming down for no icing, as that lost a lot of its speed. They couldn't touch it, Buffalo, as they would have had too many men on the ice. They had to let it come all the way down. Chipped in by Buffalo right in front of their bench, and Labudi will just dive on top of this and stop play with 3:23 left in the middle stanza. Bulls go forward with the draw. Still anybody's puck. Bulls come up with it in the corner. Armstrong tried to send it around. Knights have it, but trying to get out is a hard thing right now with the Bulls really pressing on the forecheck, but they get out now, trying to push forward. Isan Garachi dumps it in as he stays in on the rush. Flipped out. Good stick there. Wasn't played with a high stick. That was Case. Another good stick there from Case. Long pass, good opportunity. Here comes Case, 2-on-1. Whiffed on the shot. He had Chang crashing the net. Michael Chang stays in on the forecheck. Now goes for a change, as Amezquita was there. Bouncing puck goes past Haynes. He doesn't see the rushing Leahy coming in for the pressure, but Rutgers come up with the loose puck as they take to the red line. Haynes tried to dump it in. Amezquita had to come in and help out. Smargan tries to keep that in, but he lost it. Bulls come out, 3-on-2. Bulls shot and covered up by Labudi, and here we go. That is what we saw a lot of last night. That was pretty mild for what we saw last night, I must say, but it has to start somewhere, as they say. So we'll see if any of that continues. 2:03 left in the second period of play. Bulls up 2-0. Face-off will be to the left of Labudi. Draw one by the Bulls. Shot through traffic, a redirect, and it was off the pad of Labudi and then sent out. So with the Bulls, they try to chip it into the neutral zone, but it was too hard of a pass. Rutgers move out. Long pass for Sek as it was up high. He still comes up with it off the boards. Pressure behind the Bulls net. Sek tries to keep it. Walknachter had it in his feet, couldn't hold on to it and get a shot. 90 seconds to go. Nice play there from the Bulls to move in. Now it's Alexander. Knights come up with it. Beats one. Shot off the mask and into the netting as Reagan got some steam on that shot. As Kreitzer has to shake off some cobwebs after taking that one off the mask a little bit. Official checks on him, says he's okay. Loose puck on the draw. Bulls come up with it, and they move out. It was not off the skate, and it is an icing against the Bulls. Fitzgibbon won the draw. Haynes' shot was low, made it through all the traffic as we're now at a minute to play as that puck was cleared off the glass by the Bulls. Turner gets ahead of steam and goes in hard onto the puck. He has to battle as he takes a hit from Williams. Kreitzer tried to cover that up, but it was just rolling all over the place as we got 40 seconds still to go in this period. Bulls bring it in. Shot from distance into the midsection. Easy save for Labuti. Bulls win it clean. Off the boards and into the netting. We'll do it again. Stays in the zone. Looked like it might have hit off the stick of Keita. Bulls win it again. Slap shot blocked in traffic into the corner. It's behind the net of Labuti, sent around. 20 seconds remaining in the second. Kept in by Peterson. Kick play there from Durenja. 15 to go. Poked away by Keita. Clear attempt was kept in. Gorman takes a hit in the corner. 5 seconds left. And that puck will come out, and that will do it for the second period of play. So no goals in that period. It's still 2-0 in favor of Buffalo. Still very similar period to the first. A lot of penalties called in that play. Not a lot of 5-on-5 play. Shots are 18-15 in favor of Buffalo with 20 minutes to go. We'll see if Rutgers can come back and get one on the score sheet in the third period of play. Where is it right now? Just keep the mic off, but we can still see the levels, you know what I mean? It seems okay. I mean, it is a little low. I mean, maybe we can lift it a little bit. I'm not sure where it usually is, though. No, I didn't think you did. I don't know. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Officials just stepping onto the ice to set up the nets for our third period. Rutgers are down 2-0 after 40 minutes of play, as both teams are heading onto the ice now. It seemed there was a lengthy discussion between the officials and Coach Joe Dixon with Rutgers before they all hit the ice. So interesting to see that. Not sure what that's about, of course, but still something I took note of that I saw. "20 minutes to go. We've had a lot of penalties called on both sides of this game. Not a whole lot of time spent on 5-on-5. We will start the third period 5-on-5. We'll see how long that lasts for. Here we go, third period of play. Buffalo, Rutgers, and we're off. Buffalo won the draw, holding on to their 2-0 lead. We'll see how they come out here in this third period. Do they want to add to it, or are they going to pump the brakes? We'll see as this last 20 of regulation is underway. Nobody in the slot for the pass for Rutgers. Reagan will stop it with his hands at the red line. A little mix up on the defensive lines I see, or it was for a moment. Nissan Garachi comes out. No, it was a change. It was Gorman and Reagan that were together. So now Nissan Garachi is out there with Haynes. So some line juggling for the Rutgers side of things, trailing 2-0. See if I notice any change on the forward side of things as well. Walknachter brings it up to the red line. Nice pass. Just off the stick, though. Couldn't hold on to it smoothly for Smargan. He has it now. In the slot, but it was poked away. Good defense from the Bulls. They move out. Taken down on the play. Play will continue. Not happy about the non-call. Was Armstrong, but play continues. Haynes has it behind his own net. Chipped out. Too slow for an icing. Bulls will come back. Rutgers in the middle of a change. Sakalowski sends it around. Bulls trying to control the pace of this third period, it seems, early on in this third period with a 2-0 lead. They dump the puck in and go after it. That was Leahy, who has the second power play goal of the afternoon for Buffalo. Reagan whiffed on the pass attempt, but was able to recover quickly. Weiner had his shot blocked by Griffin. Going in on the forecheck. He wasn't in last night's game, as he's in now. We have a whistle with the puck pinned behind the net. Not sure why. Not sure what the call was, but nevertheless, no penalty call as Buffalo wins the draw, chipping it out. It's a 2-on-1 the other way for the Bulls. Shot right into the midsection and covered up by Labudi. Tie up on the draw. Case came in to help out for Rutgers. Nissan Garachi sent it around. It was out. Buffalo is still in the zone, have to touch up. They do so. Rutgers have possession. Backhanded in by Case. He goes in. Had a head of steam. He's out there with Mesquita and Chang That line has been pretty successful, generating some momentum for Coach Dixon and the rest of the Scarlet Knights. Case tried to chip it in, but he couldn't do so. Pinned and battling at the blue line. Chang was taken down in the midst of that battle. Case goes into the corner with Haynes. Haynes came out with it, and he gets some speed. Rutgers in the middle of the chains. Haynes is by himself. He lost it, trying to make a move into the slot. Bulls move out. Turner brings his man to the corner. Couldn't get all the shot. Was Doc as it went trickling behind the net. That redirection was blocked actually in the slot. Kept in at the blue line for the Bulls. Another good block, this one by Haynes. Haynes has been out there for a while. He can't change as the Bulls still have possession. Turner coming back to try and help out. One-time shot off the shoulder of Labudi, and Rutgers go for a partial change. Can't get as far as the red line before turning the puck over, so they couldn't fully change. Haynes is still out there. He was looking to try and get to the bench. Oh, no, excuse me, he did change. Reagan is out there. He has the puck now. And a long pass, no one there, and that will go down for an icing. I think he was trying to send that hard all the way around and try and get it for Turner to come out on the other side, but just didn't have enough juice, and it was an icing. Rutgers win the draw. Fitzgibbon won it into the corner for Reagan. Now comes Walknachter. He's got two on him. He loses the puck as he took a hit from Sakalowski at the blue line. Back and forth in the neutral zone. In the corner. Rutgers had it for a moment, but it came out for the Bulls. Lofted into the corner off the glass by Dovgin. Mishap there, trip in the slot, and a penalty against Rutgers off the turnover as Reagan shows his frustrations. Smargin will go to the box for tripping after the turnover led to almost a scoring chance for the Bulls right into the slot, but Smargin took the penalty. Look to try and kill this off and make that a potential good penalty, if you will, to deny a scoring opportunity, but we'll have to see in 2 minutes if that was a good penalty for Rutgers to take. Bulls passing it around. Over to the other side, the near slot, up to the point, a headhunter there from Durenja off the glass, still with the Bulls. Out to the point, Durenja, tip pass for Leahy, paddle save, still with the Bulls. Leahy, one-time shot for Durenja, there was a good block in the traffic. That was Andrea Mezquita. That shot off the pad of Labudi, still with the Bulls. Mezquita with a hit. Nissan Garachi takes his man down. Play continues for just a second until Labudi dives on top of that, getting a much-needed whistle and a change for Rutgers. Still 1:11 to kill. Rutgers wins the draw on the PK. Reagan over to Gorman, who lofted the puck out of play. Or out of their zone. Bulls at the red line, bring the puck in. Shot and they score! A third power play goal for the Bulls. It looks like it is Ryan Peterson with the goal. He had 2 last night. This one is on the power play. All three Bulls goals coming on the power play. Doc, Leahy, and Peterson. As it's now 3-0 Buffalo. Rutgers win the draw after conceding the third power play goal against them. Bulls have it in their own D zone. Rutgers trying to get aggressive on the forecheck as they dish out a hit in the corner. Keeping the puck in was Haynes as he avoided a hip check off the paddle of Kreitzer. And a long stretch pass for the Bulls connecting in the neutral zone, but a good poke check from Haynes to deny any entry there. Sakalowski brings it in. He's hit by Haynes as he sent it around, but Bedard was there first. Haynes avoids a hit, avoids a second. Now he moves out, joining the rush, drops it. Poked forward. That was Askin. Now Weiner was in the corner, pinned. Good pinch there for Reagan to keep that puck in. Reagan gloves it at the red line, sent it in. Bulls have it, slowing things down, sending it right back into the neutral zone. They move out. Hit in the corner, good play there from Gorman. All the way out, still with the Bulls as Durenja will slow it down. Brought in by Jedlicka. Dished it off for Marshulo as he's battling behind the net with Reagan. Reagan comes up with a loose puck. Off the boards. Rutgers having a hard time getting out of their zone. They do so here, but it's turned over to the Bulls in the neutral zone. Long stretch pass, no one home for Buffalo as that goes down for an icing. Shot totals are 22-15 in favor of Buffalo, supporting a 3-0 lead here in the third period. As they move out, looking for more. Into the corner. Rutgers come up with it. Down low at the goal line for Haynes. Tried to throw one in front, but it hit off the side of the cage, and the Bulls scooped up the loose puck and move out. Big hit at the blue line as Fitzgibbon stood his man up. That was Doc on the receiving end. Pass for Nissan Garachi. Long pass was out of the reach. The Bulls come up with it. Back and forth. Sloppy passing from both teams. Neither team really able to connect on these long stretch passes through the neutral zone. This is coming down too slow for icing. Reagan tried to let it get there, but to no avail, as he could have played that anyway, but here we are, and it cost them because the Bulls have the puck now. Reagan stays on his man. Takes his man down, still with the Bulls. Good stutter step there from Doc. Keeps it for Peterson down low as the most recent power play goal for the Bulls. Griffin there, loose stick on the ice, and we have a penalty. High sticking is the call. Against Buffalo, it looks like. It's Doc that's going to the box, much to his chagrin, as he had some words to say the entire way to the penalty box. Golden opportunity for Rutgers to get on the board here with a power play halfway through the third period. They need to just get one. They're down by 3, but it starts with 1, and they need to get one here on this power play, and it starts with them winning the draw there. But now it's a short-handed chance the other way. Bulls move forward. Labudi not buying the head fake, but it rang off the post. That was Caleb Leahy with the short-handed breakaway, ringing one off the post. He had Labudi beat. Sakalowski just holding it up against the boards, trying to kill some of this penalty. Chance out, and that trickled off to the side of the cage, and Kreitzer had to make a shoulder save and stay tall in his net. Still with Rutgers, down at the goal line. Loose puck swiped away by Sakalowski, hit a stanchion, stays in. Haynes kept it in at the blue line as he took a hit. Halfway through the Rutgers power play. Nissan Garachi backhands one down low for Sek. Fitzgibbon and Sek play catch. Shot, that's Turner's shot off the paddle. Still with Rutgers after the corner. It went into the corner off the glove, and the shot from Fitzgibbon gave Kreitzer a hard time as he had a hard time finding the puck after it hit off of him. Haynes brings it in after he took the pass from Labudi, trying to catch Buffalo in a change that couldn't do so, and it's flipped out. Reagan makes a move through 2. Nice move, tried to get a shot off, couldn't do so as he was denied by Blake Belt on the stop. Big hit there, sandwich hit, and a whistle. As the net came off. Was wondering why the whistle, but they just went over to fix the net. Face-off looks like it's coming out of the zone. So it must have been Rutgers who knocked the net off. They only have 15 seconds to go on their power play. In the feet of the Bulls, they came out with it. Kada with a nice quick stick to keep that puck in at the blue line. Only 5 seconds left on the Rutgers power play, and it's sent all the way down, so that'll do it. Another successful penalty kill for Buffalo. They've been perfect here this afternoon. They have a chance for more, but they step offside. Face-off will be in front of the Rutgers bench. Bulls come up with a draw. Clear in. Reagan has it on a stick. Over to Gorman. Sent it around. Back for Reagan. Reagan tried to chip it up. He does so successfully, but Case was being pressured, and he lost the puck. Goes in on the forecheck, trying to get something going for Rutgers as they're down by 3 here as time is winding down in the third. Nice play for Reagan. He's going to join the rush. He takes a shot that just goes past the corner off the glass. Case loses an edge. He's slow to get up, and we have a penalty, a cross-checking penalty, I think, against the Bulls. It's Armstrong in the box for the Bulls for cross-checking with 7:07 remaining in the third period. Buffalo's penalty kill, has been perfect thus far, and Coach Dixon and company recognize that, and they use their timeout as they're down by 3, and they're starting to run out of time. Face-off will be to the left of Kreitzer after the timeout call from Rutgers. Trying to draw something up on this power play. Again, a much needed opportunity to get that first one as this shot blocked in traffic from Reagan, and it's poked out. Reagan sends it back as Peterson was coming in on the prowl to go after him. Haynes brings it in, tries to protect it, but he loses it. Reagan being pressured. Strong attack from Leahy on the penalty kill forecheck for Buffalo. Fitzgibbon brings it in. He takes a hit, but he's had the wherewithal to backhand one down to the goal line just to keep the puck deep. Out for Fitzgibbon. Fake the one-timer. Into the slot. It was off the hand of Sakolowski, still with Rutgers. Chance for Fitzgibbon, a high shot off the shoulder and covered up by Kreitzer. 1:02 left on the power play for Rutgers. 6:09 remaining in the third. Tie up on the draw. Puck comes loose. Reagan scoops it up. His shot was low, still battling in front, and Kreitzer will scoop it up. Rutgers comes up with another draw. Taken down, no call. Play continues. Stopped at the blue line, and only for a moment as it comes out. Labuti comes out to stop it, slowing it down for Haynes. 40 to go on the power play for Rutgers. Rutgers can't even get out of their own D zone, but they do now with Reagan putting on the speed. Tried to make a move, but it was swiped away. Good play from Durenja. Tried to clear, couldn't do so. 20 seconds left still to kill for Buffalo. It's in the corner. Now out to the point, Fitzgibbon. Winded up a half slap shot. It was blocked and out as Fitzgibbon puts on a hit. Just 5 seconds left, that'll do it. Another strong penalty kill from Buffalo. 5 minutes to go. Shots are 23-20 in favor of Buffalo. And those 3 extra shots are 3 goals on the scoreboard with their 3-0 lead. This shot goes wide of the net of Kreitzer. It's kept in for a moment at the blue line by Reagan. And he steals it at the red line, excuse me. Had to battle, but he gets the pass over to Turner. Turner drops it for Cada. Cada's odd angle shot and a save, and the net comes off. Kreitzer puts a glove on it. Draw comes to the side where Cada was. He tried a no-look backhand pass, and it was stolen away by the Bulls. Backhanded by Gorman in deep into play. Cada goes in on the rush. He's tangled up. On the backhand, Smargan. Out for Cada. Nobody in the slot. Comes out to the point. They score! It's Bedard! He's on the score sheet. 4:10 remaining. Rutgers strikes. Now they're down by 2. That's the first of the year for the defenseman Jason Bedard. Gonna get another look here of Bedard's first. Comes right out to the top of the slot. He pinches, and he's hyped. First of the season for him and the first of the game for Rutgers. So there's still some time, 4 minutes. They lose the face-off, but they have to get hungry here and stay strong on the forecheck. They want to continue to chip away at the deficit. It's now 2. 3-1 Bulls. Haynes being harassed behind his own net. Bedard, the recent goal scorer for Rutgers, was pressured there. He's out there with Haynes. Long, just clearing attempt. Was a headhunter there for Labuti. He put his glove up, but it went over the net and past his glove. It's out at the red line. Rutgers moving in. Haynes across the line for Kada. Wrist shot off the glove. Kada's hit by Sakalowski, and he's being pinned down behind the play. All the officials staring at it, letting it go. 3 to go left in the third. Rutgers only down by 2 now after their recent goal. Do they have enough? There's a hit behind the play at the Rutgers bench. Not sure what's going on. Oh, this could get ugly. This is dangerous. Refs have to step in here. This is dangerous. Buffalo trying to push guys on that are sitting on the bench. Coaches yelling at each other, benches yelling at each other. A lot on the line. These two teams last night were tied for first, so this is a battle here. You know, it's been chippy since last night, but when there's guys sitting on the bench, you can't hit guys like that when they're leaning on the bench, not, physically on the bench. It's dangerous territory there. It looks like Kada's in the box, but he's coming out now. It looks like Kada is getting sent to the showers. Oh, interesting. Buffalo's bench likes it. Officials are still getting together from this play. It's a 5-minute major penalty against Garrett Kada. So a major power play for Buffalo with 3:02 left to go. That's a tough break for Rutgers when you're trying to get some momentum. You just scored your first of the afternoon to try and cut away at this deficit, but now you have to kill off a penalty for the rest of the game and still try and come back when you're down by 2. It's going to be a steep hill to climb here for the Knights. Hit at the bench. Nissan Garachi's tangled up. The ref is standing right there as two guys from Buffalo's bench had Nissan Garachi tangled up. I'm at a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen. Fitzgibbon stays strong on the forecheck for the PK for Rutgers. Bulls move out on the power play. Chance in front, that one was high, deflected, and went right over the crossbar. Kreitzer came out and played it, slowed it down. 2 to go in the period. Bulls will be on the power play for the rest of at least regulation if Rutgers can come up with a bit of a miracle here to score 2 shorthanded goals to tie this up in the final 145. We'll see if Coach Dixon, how aggressive he gets to see if he pulls Labuti to get this back to 5-on-5. But they can't do that now as it's in their zone as Labuti had to make a save off the shaft of the stick. 90 seconds to go in the game. Bulls shot low into the glove. Labuti will cover it up as he denies the wrist shot from Christian Williams. tie up on the draw. Good footwork there from Sek, who was able to kick it for Reagan, but the clear attempt from Reagan was kept in by Sakalowski. Chance the other way. Short-handed opportunity. Rutgers needs a lot of them, but this one is a long shot into the glove and covered up by Kreitzer. Bulls win the draw as we approach the final minute of the third. Bulls bring it in. We're under a minute, and they brought it in too early, and they are offside. .57 ticks to go. Bulls win the draw. Bulls just slowing things down, killing the rest of this time a little bit. 45 seconds still to go. Brought in by the Bulls and then brought out. As Duyendra will just kill time, 30 seconds still left in the game. Rutgers are going to lose both here at home against a maybe potential soon-to-be rival, it seems, in this University of Buffalo Bulls, battling for first place, both teams, and the Bulls will be happy to take both away from this weekend as time is starting to dwindle down. We won't see Rutgers again until December as this is held on to and time expires. It is a 3-1 victory for the University of Buffalo Bulls. Another tough loss for Rutgers. Rutgers' next games, they close out the semester against Robert Morris here at home. Those games will be streamed by us as well. That is going to be December 5th and 6th will be those games. Tough game for Rutgers. A lot of penalties called on both ends, but the final shots were 24-23 in favor of the Bulls. Like to see the sportsmanship after a strong, heavy contested weekend for both teams. Buffalo successful with a 7-6 victory last night and a 3-1 victory here this afternoon against Rutgers. My name is Michael Nistico. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.